Missy, what's the matter? Where are you traveling to? No.
I'm on the phone right now.
Hello, everybody. If you have not opened up the chat box and taken a look at the chat box, I have a post in there. I'm asking you guys all to comment there with your first and last name. I started this new thing where every month whoever gets on the Power Hour is entered into a drawing, and one lucky winner will win a prize. So please comment with your first and last name to let me know that you are here in the chat box, and you'll be entered into a drawing. And when you come on, please mute your line so we can make sure that the recording is good. I'm going to go through and mute everybody that I can manually myself. Okay, it looks like everybody's muted. Okay, perfect. Christina commented with her name. Thank you, Christina. Everybody be sure to use the chat and comment. Check out my mug. Isn't this like so weird? Like I have a mom mug. Mom mug. Yeah. Yep. On my way to being a mom. I'm still growing him. All right, we got Christina, Caitlin, Krista, Allison. Thank you guys for commenting your names. Hi, Cindy. Oh, thanks, Abby. He's really growing too. I feel like in the last 2 weeks, my stomach has just gotten like really far out. You guys want to see? I'll show you. Look at this. Like, look at how much he's like, I feel like I've like really popped in the last like 2 weeks. Like he's just like, bam, I'm here. For the longest time, I felt like he wasn't really like, it was just kind of a widening happening. And now it's more out front. So I'm happy about that. It looks more like a pregnancy belly versus, you know, that I just stopped taking care of myself or working out. I love seeing all of you guys hop on here. We've got 14 people on live. I love it. Hello, everybody. Please be sure to comment your first and last name in the chat box because I'm going to be doing a drawing for all of our participants who are on tonight's Zoom, our Power Hour for August. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with showing you guys some fun stuff while we have people hop on. I always like to show you guys the scent and warmer of the month and do a little smell and tell with y'all. For those of you who maybe haven't ordered it or haven't received yours yet, I got mine in yesterday. And by the way, I'm Katie Farner, your Superstar Director. Forgot I did not introduce myself. Hello, everybody. So the Scent and Warmer of the Month is a program that we have. Sorry, that's probably loud sliding that. The Scent and Warmer of the Month is a program that we can participate in as consultants to get the Scent and Warmer of the Month a little bit before our customers, can access it to make samples and just prepare to market it, take photos, blah, blah, blah. And this is and when you guys hop on, please make sure to mute yourself so the recording is good. Let me see. There we go. Okay. So the Scent and Warmer of the Month is always 10% off for our customers, but we get an extra special discount when we enroll in the Scent and Warmer of the Month kit as a consultant. So this is the Warmer of the Month for September. How cool is this, guys? Isn't this warmer awesome? I love Halloween. We usually have a Halloween party, and I love to decorate for Halloween. So when I saw this warmer, I knew this was going to be one that I was going to keep. It is one of the coolest warmers that I think we've ever had, honestly. Like, it's so cool. So I'm very, very, very excited about this warmer, and I think it's going to be a huge seller. So anyway, I just wanted to show that to you guys. So if you have not enrolled in the Scent of the Month or the Warmer of the Month, you can do that by the 28th under your account tab. And when you do that, you're going to get all of these products. So if you do Scent and Warmer of the Month, the price is going to vary month to month depending on the price of the actual warmer. Like this month's warmer is normally a $50 warmer. It'll be on sale for $45 for our customers. So when you guys hop on, please make sure to mute yourselves. So this way, the warmer itself will be $45 on sale in the month of September. So this is a more high-end warmer. So of course, our Warmer of the Month package is a little bit more this month. If anybody remembers how much Warmer of the Month was, the kit, please comment in the chat box because I don't remember off the top of my head. But with the Scent and Warmer of the Month kit, you get the warmer. You get 50 of the actual really pretty, colorful printed flyers, 50 of these, 72 rub and smell stickers, 9 bars of the Scent of the Month, a room spray of the Scent of the Month, and a party tester or a tester for the Scent of the Month. So it's a fantastic value for Scent and Warmer of the Month. If that's a little out of your budget, you don't want the warmer, you can just do Scent of the Month, which gives you everything I just mentioned except for the warmer for $30. 30 or 35? I'm having a moment. I'm having a pregnancy moment. So somebody comment and correct me if I'm wrong. 30 or 35? I forget. It's been so long since I've done Scent of the Month. I always do Scent and Warmer. But yeah, so you're getting 50 of these flyers, 72 rub and smell stickers, 9 bars of the Scent of the Month, and a room spray and a tester. It's a fantastic value. And Abby's exactly right. You can fluctuate month to month depending on your budget and what you want to get. I always do Scent and Warmer of the Month because I like to have the warmer for pictures to show on a smell and tell. $42.80 with tax and shipping. Thank you. So the prices for Warmer of the Month are going to vary again each month depending on the price point of the warmer. But this Scent and Warmer kit came in the mail yesterday. And guys, oh my gosh, I was like stalking my UPS guy because I couldn't wait to get it. And as soon as I did, I changed the wax in all of my warmers. This scent is very, very strong, which I like. I honestly am very impressed with how strong it was. This morning when I came downstairs, all my warmers were off because I turn them off at night when we go to bed. All my warmers were off, but I still smelled this scent very strongly downstairs, just, being in the warmers. It's a beautiful scent, delicious scent. It smells like a fragrance I used to make. I used to take caramel, I used to take a fragrance called caramel apple, no, what is it called? Oh my gosh, my brain. Toasted caramel sugar. I used to take a fragrance called Toasted Caramel Sugar, and I would warm that with a fragrance that we used to have called Apple Press. Those two fragrances together smelled like this does. When this has a little bit of cinnamon as well to it. But it is a fantastic fall scent. Definitely something that I know you and your customers are going to enjoy for the fall. So definitely get scent of the month if you can. If not, just order the tester. On the 1st, you can just order the tester and then have that for your customers to smell. Trust me, it's going to be worth it because they're going to like it for the fall. Okay, so for tonight's Power Hour, we're actually going to be discussing the incentive trip. Who watching, playback, the live, whatever, who watching is excited about the incentive trip? Who watching doesn't even know what the heck is going on with this incentive trip? Either way, whether you are like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, I want to make a plan, or whether you're like, what is even the deal with this trip? I want to know. Who wouldn't be, LOL? I agree. So I have been with Scentsy for 9 years, and during my 9-year career, I have earned every incentive that they have had since I have been a consultant. And if you look over on my little shelves over here, those are my little like award shelves and stuff, you'll see tons of little trinkets from my different trips. There's stuff on there from South Africa. There's stuff on there from Greece, from the Mediterranean cruise. These trips are just, okay, let me put it this way. Before Scentsy, I had never traveled internationally. Even nationally, I hadn't really traveled that much. I really hadn't left like the Southeast United States, Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, this whole area. So I did not have a passport. I didn't really even think I cared that much about travel. Then I went on, my husband and I went on our very first incentive trip to Punta Cana. We went to the Hard Rock Punta Cana, and I earned for two. I earned extra spa services for the two of us, and it was, I honestly couldn't believe it. I was blown away. I could not believe the level at which they cared for us. Like, they took care of everything. They pay for everything. They think of everything. They make the trips themselves so special. Coming into your room every night and having little gifts and little presents. The excursions you get, I mean, they pay for your airfare. They pay for your baggage fees. They pay for everything. You don't have to pay for anything. And the trips are just fantastic. And at the end of the day, like, I've heard some people say things like, oh, well, of course they give you trips. You guys sell a bunch of their stuff. That could be said for anybody. Someone who works at Target, someone who works at a jewelry store, any kind of retail job, any kind of job, really. And when you guys hop on, please make sure that you mute yourselves. I'm trying to find who's not muted right now. Should have muted everybody. Let's see. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Okay, I think everybody's muted now. So anyway, my point that I was getting at is that we are doing our jobs. And when we do our jobs, when we sell product, we get paid commission. When we are doing our jobs and we're selling the products and we're training other people on how to sell the products and they do the same, we get paid on our commission and we get paid on theirs. If we don't do our job, we don't get paid on them. And if they don't do their job and we don't do our job, we don't get paid. So just like any other job, we work and we get paid commissions for our efforts. But on top of that, we get the opportunity to earn vacations. Who else has that? Like, it's very, very, very rare that you can earn a trip or a vacation or extra prizes at your job. And Scentsy gives us that opportunity. They're rewarding us for doing the things that we need to be doing anyway if we want to have consistent, solid income. So once I went on my first trip and I saw what these trips were like, I have never missed a trip. I have never missed an incentive, and I never will, because it is amazing. I haven't been on a vacation that I've paid for since I've been with Cincy. It just seems silly to me to pay to go somewhere when I can A, not plan anything, B, go on these amazing trips that I would never spend the money on anyway, and all the details and things that I would never think of. It's amazing. And I want everybody in our family of teams to experience this. And I want everybody in our family of teams to understand that you can. When I first started with Cincy and the first incentive season came along, that incentive season started with myself as a star consultant. And I worked to earn points and grow my business and promoted to director during that incentive season. You can do the same. Are you a star consultant right now? You can do the exact same thing I did. I'm not special. I just knew what I wanted and worked at it. And that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So I have actually, let's see, make sure. All right, I'm going to do a screen share for you guys. So I don't know if you guys can hear Matt. He's next door. When I say next door, I mean the room right behind me. He is actually putting together Callahan's nursery. Well, putting together a piece of furniture in his nursery. All right, so what I wanted to show you guys is where you're going to start, where you're going to find all of your information for the incentive trip. Okay, so here you can see I've logged into the workstation and we are on the incentives tab of the workstation. Hey, Abby, if you're still on, will you send me a text and just let me know for sure that the screen sharing is working well and y'all can see my screen well, if you don't mind, if you're still on. Thank you. Or Brooke, I think I saw you were on too, either one of you. Just shoot me a quick text and let me know. All right, so here on the incentives tab, yay, perfect, thanks, Abby. So here on the incentives tab of your workstation, you can see everything you need to see for the incentive trip. Thank you, Brooke. Okay, so there on the incentives tab, you're going to see everything you need to see. So overview. So on this first tab is where you're going to see the different options for the trip. All right, so, and there's a little video here that I thought about playing for you guys.
Just open
Mute all. Okay, there we go. All right, so I was going to play the video for y'all. I just don't want to take too much time. But you know what? I will. All right, so here is, if you haven't seen it yet, here is the super fun video that Cincy posted to reveal our incentive trip. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that gets me super excited. And what's so cool is this is a boat that we have actually been on before. I believe it's Adventure of the Seas. I believe, if I remember correctly, they said it was Adventure of the Seas. It's the one we've been on in the past when we did the Caribbean cruise. It's a super nice boat. And what was really cool too is when I was in Marco Island talking with Chuck about this incentive trip, he told me that the cruise ship is actually going to dock in Bermuda for 3 days. So that's super cool. We're going to be able to get off the boat and go explore Bermuda and like really explore and not just have, you know, a day. So that is super exciting to me. So that is our highest level of the incentive to earn the cruise to Bermuda for 2 people. And to do that, you would need 30,000 points. 6,000 of your 30,000 points are required to come from something sponsoring related, which we'll get to shortly. You can also earn the cruise to Bermuda for 1 person. That requires 18,000 points. 3,000 of the 18,000 points have to come from something sponsoring related, which we'll go over again in a little bit. And then level 1 of the incentive trip covers your registration to convention, aka Cincy Family Reunion, in Salt Lake City, Utah. Sorry, God, I have so many moments, pregnancy moments, like pregnancy brain moments. It's crazy. So you'll need 12,000 points to earn your registration for Cincy Family Reunion. So for those of you who are like super bummed watching us at convention this year, you can earn your way there, guys. And if you earn level 2 or level 3, and you can't take the cruise for some reason, you could always choose to take Reunion as your trip. So then let's talk about the top 150. So over the last few years, they have had these extra levels or extra tiers of top 100 or top 150. I have had the pleasure to go on 2 of the top 100 trips. I went to Greece, which was my first top 100 trip. And so it's 100 consultants plus their guests. So it's 200 people. And I had the pleasure of going to South Africa on a top 100 trip as well. Both of those trips were my 2 favorites, Africa number 1, Greece number 2, and they were incredible trips. It's a very posh trip. It's very, very nice. So this year for our incentive, we have the option to earn a top 150, which is super cool. They're doing 150 instead of 100 this time. And that is the reveal video we're going to watch right now and show you guys the video for that. Oh my gosh. I literally get so giddy when I watch these videos, and I hope that you guys do as well. And some of you were at convention and got to see these played at convention, but I wanted to play them again just because to me, it really captures the magic of the trip. So the top 150 earners, they'll have at least 30,000 points. 6,000 of the 30,000 are coming from something sponsoring related. We'll earn a river cruise through the Netherlands and Belgium for you and a guest. So there are 2, well, technically 3 trips that you can choose from if you earn the incentive. So those are the levels. 30,000 points is level 3, cruise to Bermuda for 2. 18,000 points is level 2, cruise to Bermuda for 1. Level 1 is registration covered for a Cincy Family Reunion. That's 12,000 points. And then the top 150 level 3 earners and up, top 150 earners will earn that cruise, river cruise. So those are the different levels of the trip. So now let's talk about the tracker. As you can see, wah, wah, the tracker is still not posted yet, but giving them a break, we did just finish an incentive and they've been doing audits because we now pretty much roll from one incentive to another. We just finished the Slingshot incentive at the end of July, and now the beginning of August, we launched this incentive. So I'm sure the tracker will be available soon. There is a printable tracker that you can download that you just click right here and then you would get it and you can print that off. So now let's talk about how to earn the points for the trip. So because I am, let me see if I can pull the chat back up. Oh, but it'll mess up your thing. I'll just check the chat every now and then. Let's see. Okay, so now we're going to talk about how to earn it. So PRV is one of the ways that we can earn points for this incentive trip. 1 point for every PRV dollar that we sell. So remember, the things we have licensing deals for, Disney stuff, MLB stuff, charitable cause products, the PRV and the actual retail value are different. But for the majority of items in the catalog, the PRV is what you see as the catalog price. So make sure that you're paying attention to what you're selling, what your party totals are in PRV. So for every dollar in PRV that you sell, you will receive a point for the trip. And this year, this incentive, there is no cap on PRV. So if you had a $10,000 fundraiser every single month for, different schools in your county, you'd get 10,000 points every single month. So there is no cap, which is very exciting for the people that are big PRV sellers, big sellers. So there's literally no cap on the PRV. You could earn a ton of points. You could earn, let's say, 24,000 points in PRV alone, if that's what you wanted to do. As long as you had 6,000 points that were not PRV, that were not PRV related, you would earn level 3. So no cap on PRV, 1 point for every dollar of PRV sold. All right, so consistency. This is pretty cool. It's just another reward for consistency in your PRV. So if you sell 1,000 in PRV, 5 out of the 6 months of the incentive. So we're running this incentive from August 1st through January 31st. So that basically gives you August that you can, miss out on, or January that you can miss out on, or it doesn't even say that it has to be consecutive. So as long as 5 out of the 6 months of this incentive, you sell 1,000 PRV, you will get a 2,500 point bonus. 2,500 points. So, let's say that you are looking at this and you're thinking, oh my gosh, that's really intimidating. 1,000 PRV a month. Don't look at the big picture. Everything we're talking about with this incentive is something that you need to look at in bite-sized nuggets. You don't eat an apple in one bite, right? You take bites of the apple. And it's the same thing with this. You have to take small bites and break it down to make it less intimidating. Because to any of us, even those of us who have earned every single incentive since I've joined, it would look intimidating if I just looked at the 30,000 points. You've got to break it down. Okay, so when we're talking about PRV and you're thinking about 1,000 PRV each month, think about averages. The average bag party is usually, like bag or catalog party, is usually between 200 and 400-ish in PRV. Right now, I have a catalog party out that is at 350 in PRV, and she's not done. She's still working for outside orders. So that's a perfect example of like an average size bag party. Home parties, they usually average around 500 PRV. Facebook parties usually qualify right around 200 PRV. So if you take that idea of 1,000 PRV and you break that up into parties, you can see, okay, if I have 2 home parties and they each meet the average, I'll have 1,000 PRV. It's really that easy and that simple. So don't look at the 1,000 and get intimidated. Think about how many parties you need to add up to that amount. All right, so the next section here we have, and again, we're under the incentives tab of your workstation. So you can view all of this from your workstation, and we're on the how to earn section. All right, so let's talk about personal promotions. And this is where things get really exciting for the vast majority of our team, guys. The vast majority of our consultants in our organization are certified consultants. The majority of consultants in our team, by far, are certified consultants. So that means that you have the opportunity to earn a ton of points. Look at all these points that you can earn from promoting to a new title. Do you know where my title is? Right here, guys. So I can't promote. I can't get personal promotion points at all whatsoever, but y'all can. Are you currently a certified consultant? Part of your plan needs to be promoting to lead and star, at least. At least promoting to lead and star. That is so attainable, especially during the fall. So personal promotion points are a huge opportunity for you guys to rack up awesome points. So what do you need to do to personally promote? If you don't understand the compensation plan, don't freak out and don't give up and say, oh, well, forget it. I'm not going to earn this trip because I don't know what the heck lead consultant means. Guys, take the initiative and watch some training videos. I have videos on the comp plan. Sensi has videos on the comp plan in your training center of your workstation. Don't just get frustrated or stuck as we're going through this. Like, make a note to yourself, okay, so I got to promote to lead. I don't know what the heck that means, but I need to learn. And watch a video on the compensation plan. I'm going to make a note and I'm going to post. I'm going to say videos to post one comp plan. So I'm going to post like a series of videos in our team page, links to videos in our team page. And that'll be one of them that I post is my video on understanding the comp plan. So you guys can know what it's going to take to promote to lead or star or certified or superstar consultant or director or whatever it is that is on your path this fall. So you will see that you will get anywhere from 1,000 points up to 10,000 points, depending on what you promote to. And these are all cumulative, right? Like they'll add up. So let's say you're certified and you go, or let's say you're essential and you go certified, lead, star, bam, bam, bam. You get all three of those, the 1,000, the 1,500, and the 2,000. So that's what, 4,500 points right there, just in promotions. If you are an essential consultant right now who promotes to certified, lead, and star. So big points available there. The part gets me so excited because like when people say, oh, you earning a trip with Sensi is just not possible. You have to be like a leader. It's actually easier if you're not a leader to earn the trip. The higher your titles, the harder it is because you can't do things like personally promote. So anyway, now let's talk about the next column over here, which is the activity bonus. So there is a difference between rank and title. Title is the highest title that you've ever held. So let's say that you promoted to the title of director, but you lost your title. You didn't maintain numbers and you lost your title and you're not getting paid at director. So director might have been your title, but your rank might be superstar consultant, the next level below that. Or let's say that you promoted to star consultant and you've had some people cancel and you haven't been recruiting and rebuilding your team consistently. So your team has dwindled because guess what? Just like people go out of the door, we need to be bringing people in the door. It needs to be a consistent pattern because we're always going to be losing people. So we always need to be gaining people to make up for the people we're losing. So let's say that you're a star consultant and you once had a team of 5, but since your team has had some cancellations happen, it's only you and one other person. So your title might be star consultant, but your rank that you're getting paid at is lead. So that's the difference between title and rank. Title is the highest title you've ever held. Rank is what you're currently performing at. So Sensi has done a huge favor to the Sensi community because in the past it's been getting paid at title. So you had to get paid at the highest title you'd ever held. Now they're allowing us to get points for being paid at rank. So this is a huge thing. Huge, huge, huge. So whatever your current rank is, and of course this is only for leadership titles, this is not for certified consultants, right? Because Cincy is giving incentive trips away to people who are working their business in a well-rounded manner. That means sponsoring and helping other people achieve their goals. That means selling. That is what is going to get you a trip, not just selling yourself. You can't earn these trips just from sales alone. So you are going to get rewarded for your activity, getting paid at rank for lead consultant, the first level of leadership and above. So you'll see that every single month that you get paid at your rank, you are going to get points. So if you're a lead consultant and you get paid at rank every single month of the incentive trip, you will get 600 points because it's 100 points per month. Let's say that you are a lead consultant when it starts, but you promote to star consultant, you're going to get, let's say that you're a lead consultant in August, and then in September you promote to star. So you'd get the 100 points in August if you were paid at title as lead, the 300 points starting in September for getting paid as a star consultant, and then moving forward through the end of the incentive, if you were paid at star consultant, you would get those as well. But let's say that in January, your team numbers were tough, right? It was a tough month and you hit lead. As long as you hit lead, you would still get the points for being paid at lead, even if you fell back down in the month of January. So see why that's a huge incentive to consultants. It's it's a big change from how they've done it in the past. But if you get paid at rank, if you get paid at one of those ranks, you're going to get those points for the month you're paid at that rank. So that's how that is going to work. And you'll see that those points will vary anywhere from 100 points up to 2,500 points for the months you are paid at rank. And of course, it's all based on the level of difficulty. To be paid as a superstar director, we have to have 4 first-generation directors who are, getting paid at title. And then we also have to have $80,000 in group wholesale volume. So those things, and then we have a team wholesale volume we have to meet as well, which is like 20,000, I forget. But anyway, so the higher the level of difficulty, the higher the amount of points that are given for getting paid at rank. Okay, so we've talked about PRV, consistency in PRV, personal promotions, and activity bonus, aka getting paid at rank. All right, so now let's move on to this bottom line here, because guys, there are so many ways to get these points. All right, so frontline first time active. Now this one is a little bit tricky. I'm gonna highlight this here because this is something I really wanna make sure everybody understands. So frontline first time active. We get 200 points for a frontline. That means someone in your workstation who is a 0.1. When you run a downline report, if you don't know how to run reports, I'm going to make a note. Sorry, I'm quiet. I'm just making a note. There are lots of videos in the workstation, and I have a video as well that teaches you how to run reports on your reporting tab of your workstation. So when you start a downline report and you're looking at your downline, your organization, the people that are in your team, anyone who is a 0.1, that is considered your frontline. You'll have 0.1s, 0.2s, 0.3s, 0.7s, 0.12s, depending on how big your team gets. So 0.1 is frontline. So if you have a frontline who has never been active and has joined prior to the month of August, if they get active in the month of August, you will receive 200 points. Now you'll notice it only says August. These points do not continue throughout the season, throughout the incentive season. It is simply for the month of August. You'll notice the ones to the right say August through January, August through January, August through January. This one just says August. So I want y'all to really pay attention to that. So you need to check your workstation, check your performance tab. what used to be called your performance tab, what is now called your reporting tab, and you need to look at your point ones. Check their lifetime PRV. See if they've ever been active. If they haven't been active and you help them get active in the month of August, you will get 200 points. Once August is over, these points just have a big X through them. These points are over after August. Okay, so this one is super important to pay attention to right now because you can rack up some points that way. I have had one so far get active for the first time who joined prior to August that I got the 200 points for. And the only reason I know is because I'm being proactive and I'm running reports and I'm checking my numbers and I'm paying attention and reaching out to these people. That's how you're going to earn these points, these trips, these points. It's not going to just happen by magic. It's going to happen through intent and focus. Okay, so again, these are going to be gone after August. So really important to pay attention to this right now. And guys, I'm sorry I sound so out of breath. This has been an ongoing thing for the last month. I think my lungs are getting very, very squished. Okay, so let's talk about this next section over here. Previously sponsored promotes to certified. So this is a huge blessing. Some people, when we sponsor them, take a little longer than others to get certified. Sometimes we sponsor somebody and they're a firecracker rock star and they promote to certified within their first 30 days, like we try to help them to do and coach them to do. But some people take longer to get certified, and that's okay. So what Cincy has done is reward us for those people who took a little longer to certify. So this is, you'll notice here it says 250 points for each frontline. So again, people in your workstation that are listed as a 0.1, 250 points for each frontline consultant sponsored prior to August 1st, who promotes to certified consultant for the very first time during the qualification period of August 1st through January 31st. So you have the entire 6-month incentive season to get people certified who joined before the incentive season, and you're going to get 250 points for each of those people. I have had one of these people so far already get certified who joined prior to the incentive season beginning that I'll be able to get 250 points for. So this is another thing that can add up really, really quickly. And unlike this one over here, we have the entire incentive season to work with these people. So another reason why you need to know how to run your reports, and don't give up and don't say, well, screw it, because I don't know how to run these reports. I'm going to share a video with you guys in the team page, a link to a video that shows you how to run reports. Also, just play around. There's no button in the workstation that you're going to click that's going to say, okay, your computer is about to self-destruct. You have 30 seconds to fix this, or your computer is literally going to explode. Nothing bad can happen. So I don't want you guys to be afraid to click and look and explore your reporting tab of your workstation, because it is so important that y'all know how to run reports and see your people's numbers and know where people are at. That is how you're going to get these points, by being intentional and focused on working with these people. So again, any 0.1s who joined prior to August 1st that promote to certified during the 6-month incentive season, you will get 250 points for each of those individuals. All right, so now we're going to move on to, I'm just going to zoom in. Now we're going to move on to this one here. And this is for new recruits who get certified. This happens every incentive season. We always get rewarded for sponsoring new team members who get certified. Now, guys, I want to let y'all know something. So this does not mean reinstatements. You will notice that it says who joins, who you sponsor. This is not talking about reinstatements. And that doesn't mean that reinstatements aren't valuable and aren't important, because they are. We want to help people come back into the business and have success. But I want y'all to understand that a reinstatement is not going to count for these type of points. All right, so 1,000 points for each frontline consultant that you personally sponsor between August 1st and January 31st, who promotes to certified consultant for the very first time during the qualification period of August 1st through January 31st. So recruit somebody in August, September, October, November, December, or January. get them certified before January 31st, and you get 1,000 points. And that's for every single one of them. Okay, so pretty simple, pretty straightforward. And then the last section over here is something that I'm so excited that they brought back, because this was gone. Well, this was frontline promotions were part of our incentive structure for a long time, and then they did away with them a few years ago. And I'm so glad that they brought them back, even though it's just for a limited number of promotions. Because when we as a sponsor work with somebody and help them grow their business and help them promote to lead or star or whatever title, it is 100% a joint effort. It's something that you guys work together for. So I love that they're rewarding the sponsor and the sponsee for promotions. So here's how this section works. You get 1,000 points for each frontline consultant who promotes to lead consultant or star consultant for the first time during the qualification period. So again, anyone in your workstation who is listed as a 0.1, who is currently a certified consultant, essential consultant, or lead consultant, those would be the people who would be eligible for these points. And of course, anyone new that you recruit. So right now, let's say you have 5 people in your front line. Let's say you have 5.1s, and let's say all of them are certified. If you help all 5 of them promote at least to lead, you would be getting 5,000 points right there. If you helped 2 of them promote to lead then star, that would be an additional 2,000 points. So you'd get 7,000 points. If you helped 5 frontline promote to lead, and then 2 of those 5 promote on to star as well, that'd be 7,000 points right there. So a lot of points can be earned here. But again, you need to know how to run your reports, see who is there, and see who you can work with and help. Because guess what, guys? They're going to want to do this themselves because they're going to want to earn the incentive. So it's a joint effort and a joint reward. They're earning points and you're earning points. Okay, so the last area in which we get points is the slingshot incentive points. If you earned level 1, 2, or 3, you get points applied to this incentive if that's what you choose. So like myself as a slingshot level 3 earner, I get 3,000 points added to my total this month. Oh, I got a chat notification. Let's see. Let's see. Yes. So someone asked me a question and said, does this section count with reinstatements? So I'm assuming that they are referring to the section we just covered, which is frontline promotions. So yes, reinstatements would count because it just says it's got to be a frontline. So any of your 0.1s that promote to star or lead consultant, yes. Okay, so the bonus points for the slingshot incentive points, here it outlines it. So you know if you earned level 1, 2, or 3, you know how many points you got. And what's really awesome is to learn that these points will be split 50-50 between PRV and sponsoring. So like my 3,000 points that I get for earning level 3 of the slingshot incentive, 1,500 of those will be considered PRV points and 1,500 will be considered sponsoring points. Why is that important? Because we need 6,000 sponsoring points, remember? If we want to earn this level 3, we need 6,000 sponsoring points. If we want to earn level 2, we need 3,000 sponsoring points. So let's talk about what sponsoring points are. Sponsoring points are frontline first time active, previously sponsored promotes to certified, sponsor and promote to certified, frontline promotions to star or lead consultant. Any of the things here on this bottom row will be considered as sponsoring points. So based on these sections here, these 4 sections here, you need 6,000 points. If you want to earn level 3, you need 6,000 points between these 4 sections. So you would need 30,000 total, but 6,000 of those 30,000 must come from one of these 4 highlighted sections. Okay, so when you continue scrolling down the how to earn section, and if you guys have any questions, please use the chat. If you continue scrolling down this section, you'll see ready to start earning points. There are already pre-done plans. A plan is very, very important. As I said before, y'all, you are not going to earn this incentive with just a wing and a prayer and a hope. Like, it's not going to happen. You have to make a plan. You have to be intentional. You have to be focused. And I'm going to show you guys mine here in a moment. So I want you to go, I was going to go over these, but it's already 8:50 and I don't want to take too much time. Y'all can obviously read these. They're self-explanatory. Now that we've gone over the stuff here at the top, this should be pretty self-explanatory for you. Now, let's say that you're a lead consultant and you're like, well, that's great. I see there's a lead consultant plan, but that doesn't work for me because I want to earn level 3. Well, awesome. Just enhance the plan, right? So obviously this plan here is kind of light on the PRV, right? 1,000 PRV in the fall, you can do more than that. And if you want level 3, you need to do more than that, right? So up the PRV, push it up to 2,000 every month. Or increase your sponsoring, increase the number of people you're getting certified, or promote higher, promote to superstar consultant. So based on the foundational plans here, you can either use the plan as is because maybe you're happy with earning that level, or maybe you're not, right? So these plans, like I said, can be exactly what you utilize, or they can be the foundation for where you begin. So take a look at these, look at your title, see what is connecting, connect the dots, see what's going to work for you, and see where you need to do increases to get the level earned that you want to earn. Okay, so that's that page there. And then the last page is the FAQ. And this is really important, especially if you still have questions after this live, which I understand that you can, because there's a lot that goes into all of this, especially if this is new to you. So this is the FAQ section. Read through this, expand these, look at the different options. This is where you're going to find a lot of information. So check out the FAQs. Okay, so the last thing I want to show you is I talked a lot about the reporting tab. I just want to show you guys. All right, so bear with me. Okay, so we're going to go to the reporting tab. This is my favorite tab of the whole workstation. It is the best tab of the workstation. It's where everything is at. I mean, the reporting and the marketing tab are both pretty awesome. But the reporting tab is fantastic. So your reporting tab is where you've got all of your important reports at a glance, including sales reports. Like right now, you should be utilizing your sales reports to sell the discontinuing fragrances to customers who are bummed that their discontinuing fragrances are leaving. They won't know that though unless you tell them. So you need to be utilizing those sales reports here. But right now, what we're going to talk about is my performance. Okay, so reporting, view my performance. These are reports that you need to consistently be checking and looking at, especially if you want to earn this incentive trip and you want to grow your business. So the reporting tab of your workstation, then again, view my performance or performance overview, whatever. Okay, so over here, this is just where you'll see like your quick information. And just so y'all know, anything that's purple is like clickable. So if you were to click this, you'll see a breakdown of exactly where all your PRV has come from this month. Shows you a breakdown of it all. Your Scentsy Club, your parties you've ordered, blah, 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 blah. So just in case you didn't know, purple stuff is always a link. All right, so you need to know where your downline is at for earning these incentives. So what I did was I ran a report for everyone who would be eligible for this 2020 incentive trip. Okay, so you'll notice over here on the left, we have saved downline reports. These are just reports that I've chosen to save. I've created and saved. So you'll see this one here says, Frontline eligible for 2020 incentive trip. So when you click on that, it's a report that I have saved, and I'll show you how to do this, but it's a report that I have saved, sorted by title, with all of the columns that I need to be able to see everyone in a glance at in my front line who is eligible to promote. That will allow me to earn points, and of course them earn points as well. Okay, so here's the report, and you'll notice I sorted it by title. So essential consultants are at the bottom, then we have certifieds, and then we have leads. You'll notice I stopped at lead. Why? Because we only get promotion points when frontline promote to star. So there'd be no point in having stars in this report because the points don't go beyond star for frontline promotion points. So obviously all of these lead consultants I could work with to help them promote to star. But beyond star, we don't get those frontline promotion points. So for the purpose of this report, frontline eligible for 2020 incentive trip, I stopped it at lead. So do you guys want to know how to create this report so you can do the same? You go back here to start a downline report. So again, just to show y'all how to get to where we are in case you're confused. Reporting tab. View my performance. Start a downline report. All right, so once you have your downline report, this is everybody. This is everybody in the entire group, the Sunshine State Superstars group. You see we have 1,213 people in the group. So the report has everybody in it. But we don't want everybody in this particular report, right? We want our frontline. So you would click up here where it says additional filter options. Click that, and you have all these extra filter options, things you can filter through, right? So we want level 1, right? 0.1 only for this incentive. Okay, so we go minimum of level 1, maximum of level 1. Super simple, right? Then we come over here to where it says titles. We don't want all titles on there, remember, because we only get frontline promotion points for people who get certified for the first time, people who promote to lead, certified, or star. Right? So we want essential, certified, lead consultants on this report. Nobody else. We're going to leave everybody else off. See, nobody else is checked. So essential, certified, lead, and then run report. So now that I've run that report, you'll notice it's only level 1s. See, 0.1s, 0.1s, 0.1s. Everybody else is gone. There's only 0.1s now. So you'll see it took that report from 1,200 and some people to 77 people. 77. So basically my frontline is around 100, 112, something like that. Why? Because I consistently sponsor people, and that's how I have such a wide frontline. Okay, so it's 9 years of consistently sponsoring people is how that's going to happen. It doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen in a year. It happens through consistently sponsoring 1 or 2 every month. That's how it happens. Okay, so anyway, so I've got all 77 frontline here, and you'll notice they're all just kind of scattered, right? There's no order. So I want there to be an order, and I want, for my report, I want only the stuff I want on there. So up here, you see these little options. You can choose the visible columns. You can choose the columns that are going to appear in your report. So you're going to click choose visible columns, and you're going to get rid of all this stuff that you don't want. Like, let's say you don't want their consultant ID. Let's say you don't want their generation. Let's say you don't want their brands. We only have one brand, and we've had one brand for like 4 years, but we still have brands on there. Let's say you don't want, I don't know, primary state. I don't know. Get rid of whatever you don't want and add what you do want. And the big thing you want is lifetime PRV. Why do you want lifetime PRV on there? Because you need to know what their lifetime PRV is, especially in the month of August. Because remember, if you have someone in your frontline who joined prior to August 1st and they get active in the month of August, you get points for that. So it's really important. Plus, if you have someone who's joined your team prior to the incentive starting and they get certified, you get points for that too. So you need to know what their lifetime PRV is. So it's very important that that's on this report. Okay, so the last tip I want to give you regarding this report is, now that we've got the cells on here that we want, we can sort the cells by whichever cell we want. So I like to sort them by title. So when you click on the cell, it will sort it by that cell. So I just clicked title and it's taking 70 years, but it's going to sort by title, just like my saved report down here, right here, my saved report. Okay, it's having a moment. Clearly it's like, I'm thinking really hard. Okay, there we go. So when you first click it, it takes the smallest title to the top or the smallest amount to the top. You click it again and it'll take the bigger to the top. So any of these cells up here you can sort by. So you could sort by lifetime PRV if you wanted. You could sort by name if you wanted. You could sort by join date, whatever you want to sort by. But for me, I like to sort by title. So they're all lumped together. So you can see now all the lead consultants are here, all the certified consultants are here, and all their lifetime PRV is here. So I can scroll down and I can see, go to page 2. So I can see, okay, so here's all my essentials who have not yet certified, and I can see what their lifetime PRV is. So, okay, Patricia Fowler, she joined in May. She has 0 PRV. I need to work with her in August and try to get her active. That'll be 250 points. And then beyond August, I need to work with her and try to get her certified, and that'll be more points. So you see how this report is beneficial, and it draws your attention to the things that are available to you. So once you've done that and you've got your report, you would just click Save Report. And then you could name it whatever you want to name it, just like I did. Once you name it, you just click Save and it'll be over here. So see, Frontline eligible for 2020 incentive trip. There's my report, all handy dandy for my needs. Okay, so I'm going to stop the screen share now. Yay, we still have 16 people on. That's awesome. I'm glad I did not lose y'all. I'm going to see the chat. I don't know where it went now. Oh, there we go. All right, let's see if we have any. So if we have any questions, please feel free to use the chat. And while you guys are maybe typing your questions, I'm going to show you guys this. Okay, so I have, I'm very big into paper and pen. I'm more of a pen and paper person than I am a systems person. You might not think that based on me just talking about those reports, but those reports like are something that I utilize with this. Okay, so this is my, I'll just pick this up and show you. So here is my little, I'm gonna roll over here and show you guys. So here is my little like most important binders, not binders, but folders, things that I want at a glance here on my desk. These are like my primary objectives, right? Those are the things that I'm paying most attention to as a business owner who wants to grow my business, grow my income, help other people do the same, earn trips, all that fun stuff. So one of the folders that I have in there is incentive trip plans. Okay, so I encouraged y'all, so hopefully you guys did, but I know you might not have seen it because the team page gets very busy. I encouraged y'all to print this document. This is one of the best trackers I've seen, and this is from part of our upline. So before I was a superstar director, we had a different superstar director, Ken and Danette Kroll. Once I promoted to superstar director, they weren't your superstar director anymore. I was. So many of you know who Ken and Danette Kroll are, and many of you don't. But this is something that Ken and Danette Kroll created, and it is in our files section. I actually bumped it up, meaning I commented on it to bump it up in the page right before I went live. And I want y'all to print this and use this. This is one of the best trackers I've seen. So on the first page of this, it talks about just a self-assessment. It allows you to give yourself a self-assessment and see kind of where your strengths are at for the areas in which we earn points for this incentive. So I think this is really, really, really beneficial for you to do as you start this incentive. Figure out where your kind of weak spots are and what you need to work on and what you need to improve. And then the back page is an actual tracker for tracking your performance. Now, of course, Scentsy is going to have a tracker up soon. So I understand you might think, well, why do I need to do this if Scentsy is going to have a tracker? But the tracker doesn't update as frequently as we like sometimes, right? Like sometimes we just want to see it written down, and some points don't populate until commission run, you know, and things like that. So it's nice to be able to track it and write it down yourself, even though Scentsy will have a tracker. So here's another one that you can choose to use if you want. I uploaded this to our files section as well. This was created by another leader. I'm not sure exactly who. I think maybe Felicia Fitzgerald created this, or maybe she just shared it. I don't know. But this is another tracker, another fun little tracker that you can print and use as well. But as I said, I'm using Kin and Danette's. And I have been using pens that I can erase. They have an eraser on the top. So that way, as more points roll in and stuff, I can erase and make my changes. Okay, so get a tracker that you like and print it and use that in addition to the Scentsy tracker. That would be my big advice for you. But first and foremost is you got to make your plan. Okay, this is my plan. You need a plan. Like I said before, there are plans laid out for you already in the workstation. It might not be the exact level that you want, so you might need to tweak it, right? Like most of the plans seemed like they were less than earning for 2. And I'm sure many of you want to earn the trip for 2, right? Like why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you want to bring somebody on the trip with you? So if you want to earn the trip for 2, you're probably going to need to tweak most of those plans. That's why I call them a foundational plan, because it's a great place to start, and then you can see where you need to do your increasing based on what you know you typically will do. And during the fall, there's just a different level of excitement about our products, and it's a lot, I shouldn't say it's a lot easier, but I feel like it's just our prime time, and it's the time when I feel like parties are a little bit more easy to get, events are a little bit easier to find. There's just a lot more going on that we can take advantage of to increase our PRV. So if you're like, oh, I joined like 3 months ago and my PRV has been like 500 every month, like don't freak out. You can push yourself to do more, and it's the prime season to do more. Okay, so don't allow the plan to freak you out, but you need to make a plan. So use those foundations and build. So here you guys can see my plan. I want to earn top 150 or at least level 3 is my goal. I've always wanted to go on a river cruise, and I've been on a regular cruise before a couple times thanks to Scentsy, a few times thanks to Scentsy, and I would be grateful to go on another cruise, but I would like to go on a river cruise even more so. So that's what I'm pushing for. My plan reflects that. So I've got on here my 3,000 point bonus from earning the slingshot incentive. I've got on here paid at rank for the 6 months of the incentive, because we have an awesome group with awesome leaders. And I know I'm going to get paid at rank every single month, because I always do, because we have an amazing group that we've worked really hard to create over the last 9 years. So for my PRV, I did 1,000 for August, which I've already beat, and we're not done yet. And then for September through January, I did 2,000. And 2,000, that's kind of like my minimum expectation of myself, right? So when you're setting your PRV goals, really think about that and think about, all right, how am I going to break this down? How many parties is that going to be? Or how many events is that going to be? Pursue fundraisers, pursue events, pursue these things where PRV is kind of like an unknown, but an extra juicy bonus. Like if you pitch a fundraiser to your sister's daughter's cheerleading squad and then you get it, guess what? That's a bonus, right? So fundraisers are kind of something that you can't really necessarily like count on to know how much it's going to be, but they can be a very, very juicy bonus for some PRV points. So fundraising is something that everybody needs to be working on this fall. This is prime fundraising season, my Lord. So again, my PRV, I've got it all written out here. PRV consistency. So my plan gives me 13,500 points in PRV. My sponsoring, I set a goal for a minimum of 5. And then the first time active, previously sponsored, goes certified, and frontline promotions. Those are all things that are kind of hard to really predict. So I've set a goal of at least 2 or 3 of each of those. So that is my trip plan right there in a nutshell. I've got my PRV, I've got my paid at rank, I've got my PRV consistency, my sponsoring, first time active, previously sponsored, and for frontline promotions. So get some paper out and write your plan down. First, you got to decide what you want, right? What are you going to go after? What level of this trip do you want? And don't settle, guys. And I'm not saying registration for reunion is settling by any means. If registration for reunion excites you and you want that, then freaking go for it. That's not settling. Settling is, man, I've never been on a cruise. I would love to go on that cruise to Bermuda and take my husband or take my mom or take my sister. Like, oh my God, that would be a dream. But that's way too far-fetched. That's not going to happen for me. So I'm just going to set my goal for a reunion. That is settling, okay? And I do not want you to settle. I said before, when I earned my very first incentive, I started out as a star consultant with a team of, I think I had 7 or 8 people on my team, something like that. Like, you can be any title. You can be an essential consultant right now, a certified consultant right now, and earn this trip. Earn this trip for 2. Like, there is no limitation besides the limitation that you put on yourself. So please don't settle. Push yourself to set a goal that excites you and that is something you want. And then the last thing I have in this folder is I printed that report. The report that I showed you guys how to run on the reporting tab of your workstation, that I sorted by title, for all my frontline eligible. I printed that report. And the reason I printed that report is because I'm a pen and paper kind of girl, like I already told you guys. But I'm going through one at a time and reaching out to each of these people on my front line and having a conversation to open the door to see if they want to work with me to grow their business or earn the incentive or whatever it is, and see who I can work alongside. And I'm just kind of going one at a time. And as I reach out to them, I'm checking their name off my list. So I wanted a printable version so I could write notes and stuff. And so you'll see, like, there's one of my consultants that was an existing frontline who went certified. So there's 250 points right there. So I'm making notes. I've got my potential team members on here. So this is what I'm making notes on and utilizing, in addition to, of course, just having the report saved on my workstation. Okay, so that is my incentive trip plans folder. And I want to encourage y'all to do something similar, okay? Make your plan, write it down on paper, utilize the ones on the incentives tab to determine the foundation or your exact plan, or tweak it to where you need it to be. Write it down, make print a tracker that you like. There's a lot to choose from, and just start doing that. And then the next thing is setting up your plans. Don't let the PRV or the sponsoring or any of it intimidate you. You got to take it one day at a time, one conversation at a time, one attempt at a time. You're not going to earn this trip overnight, and you're not going to lose out on earning this trip overnight. It's a consistent pattern of putting in the efforts that are proven to work. Okay, so maybe you're watching this and you're like, oh, my PRV is nowhere near where it needs to be. What am I going to do? Start watching trainings. Start learning from other people who are getting high PRV. Find out what they're doing by watching training videos, guys. In our team page, in the files section, I have 2 different Word documents. One of them is called Recommended Viewing Sales and the other is called recommended viewing sponsoring. In those files, I have several links to YouTube videos from myself and from other leaders that are sponsoring or sponsoring or sales based. Some of my favorite trainings to videos, there's links in there. I could recommend Mary Christensen's How to Be a Recruiting Superstar. That's an amazing book on recruiting. I could recommend our YouTube channel in general, and I could recommend the OG Boss Babes YouTube channel as well. And again, that's OG like Original Gangster, Boss Babes. That's Chloe Cox's YouTube channel, and that one's amazing too. So first thing is to decide what you want, not be afraid to admit what you want, make your plan, and then figure out how you're going to make it happen. Learn how to sponsor, learn how to sell. All of those are skills that we can develop. None of those are just natural born talents. You're not just a natural born recruiter. You're not just a natural born Scentsy salesperson. No. They are all skills that we can develop, no matter who you are, no matter where you live, no matter how many kids you have, no matter how busy your job is. These are all skills that we can all develop. And that's the beautiful thing, is like, you don't have to fit into a box. You don't have to fit into a mold. You can do it. Just the person you are, where you live, your circumstances. It happens all over the country, all over the world. So many different personalities do it, and you can too. So I hope that tonight was helpful for you guys in understanding the breakdown of how the points are accumulated, how to create your plan, and just go after what you want. And I really hope that everybody is leaving with a sense of confidence, because that's what I want to instill in you more than anything, is a sense of confidence that you can earn this trip. And I truly believe, every single incentive season, we have tons of earners. It's not like I'm the only one in the team who earns it, or Danielle is the only one in the team who earns it. Like, we have lots of earners, and you can be one of them. So don't settle. Go after what you want. And I'll post those couple videos that I talked about, and I'll try to bump those files as well with the recommended viewing. And let's get to work. Let's do this together. Let's cruise Europe, I guess you can say, or let's cruise Bermuda, or let's go to convention. Let's do it together. So, yeah, that is everything I had prepared to share with you guys tonight. I hope that it was helpful, and I hope you guys know how much I love you and care about you, every single one of you, and want you guys to have just an amazing experience with Scentsy, and that includes these amazing trips. So let's do it, guys. And I will see you next month for our Power Hour. I don't know the exact date yet, but I will, of course, announce it, make an event, and all that good stuff, and I hope that you'll join us then too. So good night, everybody.